Hello. Well, this could fuck things up. We are on the north part of the M25, been brought to a halt. Up ahead there's obviously an accident, so I'm just hoping everyone's alright. Yeah, 1832. This could seriously fuck things up. Oh well, you know, it can't be helped. So in these sort of circumstances, what would happen is that if I do run out of time, bear in mind I've been in a similar situation before, just like this, and it took 9 hours before I got moving again. So, you know, it's 6:30 now. I reckon could be any time before I get moving. Who knows? I'm just looking here, and this doesn't look good because both sides of the M25 are shut now. There's nothing coming the other way. That really isn't very good. Shit. Now the problem we have here is that I'm not sure if there's a hard shoulder or not here. I don't think there is. Which means there's 4 lanes of fucking traffic here. And no way for any emergency services to fucking get down the road. That's what happens when you have smart motorways, isn't it? Right, well I'm going to have a chocolate biscuit. And just wait it out. I'll put you on when I know a little bit more. I'll speak to you later. Hello! I've just got my biscuits out. Settling down to get a cup of tea on the go. The fucking traffic starts moving again. In both directions, look. Fucking hell. These biscuits are nice. Not quite sure what was going on. Seemed to be one lorry broken down. They shut the old fucking M25. I was expecting fucking carnage. Fucking hell. Well, I'm glad no one was fucking drugged. Just like a broken down fucking truck. Shut both sides of the M25 for that. Hell, so I'm glad no one was fucking. Well, it doesn't look like there's anyone injured or anything. A bit extreme, but just on slim biscuits. A bit extreme for one broken down fucking horse lorry. Unless the fucking horse got loose, I suppose. I don't know. Now, one shot for very long. long. I don't reckon I was stationary for any more than about 10 minutes, and as you can see, I was right at the front. But look at the amount of fucking traffic. We're getting stacked up. Bearing in mind, we're supposed to be fucking staying at home, aren't we? These fuckers ain't. Excuse me. Choking on biscuits, Sam. Look at this lot. I mean, there's a lot of trucks in there. I mean, that's double. 2 lanes is just full of trucks, which is fair enough. Even so. Look at the amount of cars. Look at the amount of cars passing me. Oh my word. So I need to move over now. So yeah, really don't know what all that was about. Make me later back though. Well, it'll make me later back. I'm due in about, I reckon about 7:15 now. I've got to be parked up by 8:20, so yeah, 8:20. So I'm well within time. I'll probably be on about the 14-hour mark. So it's a 14-hour day. 14-hour day, and I've driven just done a 3-hour stint. I've done so far 8 hours 33, and I've probably got about at least half an hour to go, so it's going to be touching the 9 hours. I ain't coming off yet. 31 I want. And then blimey, where's the menu? Here we go. 400 miles. I've just done 400 miles. And I've got another, I don't know, maybe another 20 to go. So a 400 mile day. 400 mile plus day. Still want to be a truck driver? 14-hour shift. You know what I mean? I don't know whether the job's good or bad sometimes. I don't know whether I enjoy it or hate it. I enjoy the driving bit. Fucking hell. Right, watch these fucking loons. Look, coming onto the motorway, going really slow. I'll have to brake. Fuck's sake. Accelerate! There you go, you can do it now, can't you? Why couldn't you done that fucking 30 seconds ago? Fucking dickhead. That's my fucking despair. So we're 10 miles away from the Dartford crossing. I come off on the junction before that, which is junction 3031, and that takes me off on the road that I want to be on. I can't remember the name of the road now. I think it's the A13, or is it the A12? I don't know. I'll find out in a minute. But junction 3031. Come off of there, hang a left. Follow that road for a few miles and then come off, heading towards fucking change lane. Here we go. A13, that's the one I want, yeah. 6.5 miles to go. So yeah, still want to be a truck driver? Have I put you off yet? Or am I encouraging you to take out the reins? I don't know. I just thought I'd, you know, I'd sort of tell it as it is, really. It's long hours, you know? Well, it can be. Long hours. You know, you're looking at a average week. It's got to be 55 to 60 hours average. And I mean, the most, I think one of my highest weeks was about 72 hours. That's shift wise, not driving, that's shift. You know, from the time you clock on in the morning to the time you clock off, 72 hours. You think of the average working week, sort of 40 or less, isn't it? Here we are, as a truck driver, nearly doing fucking double that. Well, you're working effectively, you know, in the 5 days that we're at work, we're effectively doing another extra couple of days. Most normal people, so you've got to be a bit special to do this sort of work. You know, if you come at fucking watch out for the bumps, if you think you're going to be home for fucking tea every night as a long distance lorry driver, and there are jobs, I mean, we've got daymen where we are. You know, you can be a dayman, but I put money on it, you'll be starting at fucking 2-3 o'clock every fucking morning. That's the price you pay for working days. So, yeah. And that's also the price you pay for earning the money. Or you could go and work for local delivery firms and earn half the amount of what we owe, as you know, and that's tough to do. I think I said in one of my previous videos, I saw that the local council was advertising for bin men, 21 grand a year. Fucking hell. Shit money. Well, it is compared to what I'm earning, or what you could potentially earn. You know, you're looking at doubling that and adding a bit more on, give you some sort of perspective. Alright, I'm doing extra hours, but I'm earning more than double for doing essentially the same job, which is driving a truck. Not far to go. So I'll probably finish off now. Going to be going through some roadworks down here, and there's only one stretch that it's a bit like a roller coaster at the moment. The road is so bumpy and uneven, you're thrown all over the place. But again, I don't think there's going to be any. I don't think there's any street lights down there, so it's going to be fairly dark. So I'll get round the corner here. I'll just get off the motorway. So we're about to come off in a minute. Here we go. And I'll get out onto the next stretch of dual carriageway, and I'll say goodnight. I say, it's been a long day, but I've made all my I've made my drop time, and I made my load time. I met up with Katie, who's one of my best mates, who we joined the army together back in 1983. Gives you an idea of how fucking old I am. And been friends ever since, obviously. Still in touch today. And it was good to see he couldn't be there because he was working. I've used the term work loosely. Katie was off, so she came out, like I said. Box of biscuits and a couple of bottles of Guinness. Love it. Guess what I'm having with me tea tonight? I've got peri chicken and rice and a little bottle of Guinness. Love it. Look, bumps here. Right, here's the lane I'm staying in. Coming off, going on to the A13. Charging on down now. Homeward stretch for the day. Over 400 miles, over 14 hours shift. But it does mean, I could have stopped, don't get me wrong, I could have stopped a lot earlier.
After 0.6 miles, exit the highway, towards A13, then keep left onto A13.
But if I'd have stopped earlier, I'd have had to have got up at about 4:30, 4 o'clock. As it is, I'm down here now, I'm going to be parked up by 7:30. And I don't have to get up until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, so I get a nice buy-in.
Keep left onto A13.
A long sweeping bend here. Heavy. It's fucking heavy, so I'm slowing down a bit. I'm not going to batter my way through.
Drive for 3/4 mile.
And as I go through here, I've got to get into that lane fairly sharpish. The indicator on, nothing coming. Looking good. This spits me out now into the correct lane. If I stay in this left-hand lane, it takes me off the Thorrington lakeside, and somewhere I really don't want to fucking be on a dark winter's night. I'll keep an eye on the speed band here. Right. I am. So we've only got 8 miles to go. Stay with me. Stay with me. You'll see the roadworks down here, which they've been doing for fucking years now. And the trouble is, they don't seem to be getting any further forwards with it. See what is that bloke in the van there doing? He's maintaining the speed. In fact, I'm at 49.1, so he's going. And I'm catching him up. Yeah, he's in the middle lane. And there's another bloke. If you look past him, there's a bloke in the outside lane doing absolutely fuck all apart from being out in the outside lane. He ain't overtaking nothing. There's 2 of them there. Fucking people need to learn how to drive. You know, I used to say that, and then somebody said to me, why don't you become a driving instructor then? So I did. I I'm not anymore. I taught people to drive for about 8 years. And I gave up because there was no money in it. You know, you charge little things driving lessons are expensive. Well, yeah, they are. So's running a fucking driving school car. You know, you have to have something that's up together. You know, normally within 2 to 3 years old max. So a brand new car. Tax, insurance, and fuel. Plus, you've got to take an hourly wage out of that. And by the time you've done all of that, the money wasn't there. And don't get me wrong, I was busy. So it wasn't through lack of hours, I was really busy. But the money wasn't there. By the time I sat down and worked out my profits, it didn't really stack up, which is a real shame. I mean, the rate at the moment is around £25 an hour, something like that. What you really should be charged is £35 to £40 an hour to make money. You just can't do that. And I'm one of these people where, as much as I love the job, it's probably one of the best jobs I've ever done. I really did enjoy it. I'm not going to do it for nothing, you know.
Keep right, 4013, towards Basildon.
So we've got to drop the speed down to 40 mile an hour in a minute. And then get into that middle lane again. And this road has a nasty habit of being closed at spurious times of the day and night. With weird diversions through villages, as I found out at my cost once. 6 miles to go. Okay, I've got to think about moving into this right hand lane. I'll do it now. I'll start easing off as we go into a 40 mile an hour limit. It will still be flying by me. Look at that joker. Going by.
6 miles, keep right, towards A13, towards Basildon.
What these people don't seem to realise is that there's average speed cameras along here. I don't quite get it. Doesn't.
Keep right, towards A13, towards Basildon.
Basildon is where I've got to be tomorrow morning. But no, not tomorrow morning, 1 o'clock. Halfway through the fucking day. So yeah, the plan tomorrow really is to be on the docks for 8 o'clock. Get this box unloaded. And then drive round to Stolen Stevedores, get an empty put on, back to the yard, refuel and get some breakfast out of Marlon's. They do a nice breakfast in there. They do a very nice breakfast actually. And they make a nice cup of tea. And then I'm going to mosey on over to Basildon. I want to get there for about 12 o'clock, I reckon. Chance me arm. So I want to arrive around 12 o'clock. So I reckon it's only about half hour away. 40 minutes max. Probably not even that. And then I'll get in there, hopefully get loaded, and now I can get on down the road. One and a half miles before I come off. Traffic's flowing, which is good. You know, I've been coming down here for about nearly 2 years now, and this hasn't changed. I don't think it's changed hardly at all. Yeah, on the new stretch of the A14, every time I went along that, and that's been open for, oh Christ, the A14 there's been open for ages. But every time I went down it was like, wow, they've really got on with it. Christ, there's a new bridge put in. Do you know what I mean? Here, I don't know what the fucking issues are, but they must have had some serious problems for it to be this. I don't know, perhaps they are running to the time. They're bumpy. And you ain't seen nothing yet. You wait till you get these next bumps. Less than a mile. Fucking narrow through here as well. And that bloke there, he's right over in the my fucking side of the road. Look at him, look, over the white line.
Prepare to exit left after half a mile.
I don't know whether you can see that or not. Coming off here.
After 1,000 feet, exit left, Conway 1014, towards Corridor.
Here we go. Down the runway, it's not, it's the fucking Manor way. Manor, as in Manor House.
Enter the roundabout, take the third exit, then keep right. Take the third exit, towards A1014 to London Gateway Park.
That's us, that's where we're going. I'm over here on a Friday night, I order a kebab and they deliver to the yard.
Keep right onto the Manor Way.
Manor Way, not runway. There we go, ready for the bumps. I'm only going to keep it about 45 because it just gets too bumpy. Here we go, hold your onto your hat. This is what I would imagine if when the space shuttle does the re-entry, this is how I imagine it to be. Fucking hell, here we go. Hold on, hang on, fucking hell. All over the fucking road. I'm only doing 45. Lights change on me. green. That doesn't mean they ain't going to fucking change again, though.
Go over the roundabout, taking the second exit.
Well, looking good. Look at that. Straight through.
Take the second exit.
Right. Right, sorry, I love you, leave it. All the lights that you can see round to the left there. That's London Gateway Docks and the trains.
Prepare to go through the roundabout after 0.6 miles.
I'll be going on tomorrow morning. I've had enough. I ain't going on tonight. All booked in for tomorrow morning. So, thank you very much. Another day is done. Quick check on the stats. 418 miles. Fucking hell. Right, good night.